All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed here for you. This one right here, we have it here. Tim Kuniskis is returning to Stellantis as Rams CEO. Okay, this is pretty big news, and it also leads us to some other concerns here and questions and what might happen and some benefits here. But Kuniskis was here already. Okay, he was basically here. This is effective immediately, as you see right on here. It's set. It's confirmed. This is going to happen, and it's not like going to happen in a few months. It is now. Right now, it is here. Okay, this is following the unexpected resignation of CEO Tavares. We know he stepped down. He's out of there. He resigned. He's gone. He's out of the company. Completely gone. Resigned. And Kuniskis is stepping in for the Ram brand on here. Okay, main level. The main leveler is for Ram brand to have its CEO singularly focused on that brand. That is important. Okay, that is very important. And Kuniskis has been fantastic at this. He's been doing it for a long time. He's been with him for a long time. He's been with Stellantis for a long time. He's done a lot of great things here. He's done a lot of great, he's a horsepower guy. He's the one who brought us the TRX. He's the one who brought the Hellcat. He's the one who brought the Durango Hellcat. He does all this stuff. Okay, he's a horsepower guy. He's a think outside of the box, push it hard kind of guy, and he's something that Ram needs. That's a good thing. There's no doubt about it. And there's a lot of fantastic things that can come out of this. It says Stellantis has faced significant headwinds. Right here, hang on. It says Stellantis has faced significant headwinds in North American market with U.S. sales down 70% year over year throughout the third quarter of 2024. Ram sales have dropped 24% over the same period last year. The company's restructuring aims to address these issues and strengthen its competitive position. Okay. This is big news. Okay, this is big news. We have potential here, but it's bigger than Kuniskis. It's much bigger than that. Okay, it says right here too, as Stellantis works to regain momentum in competitive truck segment, Kuniskis return signals a renewed focus on innovation, performance, and customer satisfaction. That's all fine and dandy. Okay, that's all good. We like that he's coming back. We're excited for this kind of stuff. We want him here. He brings innovation. He thinks outside of the box, and he gets things done. I mean, this guy moves. He makes things happen. We're excited for that. However, okay, a lot of people also would like to see Jim Morrison come back for Jeep. Okay, he left too. Now, it's interesting that Kuniskis and Morrison, you can't help but wonder. Now, we don't know. We don't have insider info, but I can't help but wonder if it was a problem with Tavares that actually made these guys leave. They're too young to retire. They don't want out of here. This is not the way this should be going. And they both have been with Ram for Jeep and Stellantis FCA for a very long time. There's no reason for them to have left if it wasn't for the BS that Tavares was. Tavares is probably a very difficult person to work for, and these guys just got sick and tired of it. That's my guess, only my guess. I obviously don't know. I don't go have lunch with these guys. That's just my thoughts. But people are hoping, well, if Kuniskis is coming back, could we get Morrison back? Could he be back in here and come back? He's been gone. He was there for nearly over 3 decades, and he was top exec for Ram in 2016 to 2019 during his time at Jeep. Morrison navigated brand through various market challenges, even though the U.S. sales saw a decline the last 5 consecutive years of his leadership. Maybe the reason he stepped down was because he couldn't get anything done, and it kept going down. Sales kept going down. Sales of Jeep and Ram have not dropped due to innovation. They have not dropped due to quality. They have not dropped due to anything. They have dropped for one sole reason: prices. Strictly prices. Who controls the prices? Tavares. Tavares is gone. These guys are coming back in. We got major restructuring happening here, okay? It says right here, this was in December that he stepped down, December 2023, so a year ago. He resigned from the head position at JPP, which is a division that focused on Jeep enhancements, high-performance components. From there, then William Heffer took over as the CEO. He became the replacement for him as head of Jeep in North America. Then he got replaced, and Antonio Filosa took over, and he became Jeep CEO. There's a lot of crap going on in Stellantis. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's a whole disgusting mess over there with a lot of things, but it's starting to look much brighter now that they basically got rid of Tavares. Whether he left on his own or was fired, we don't know. But either way, he is gone. So there's a lot of potential here. The fact that they brought Kuniskis back, huge win. Maybe they bring Morrison back. Maybe they don't. I don't know. That may be a great thing too. But these are all more about innovation and getting new things coming in and moving technology fast and changing things up. And we like that. We still have the problem of the stupid prices that have come from him. Okay, that he has done to this business. And now he's gone. Tavares is gone and out of here. He's gone. That leaves Elkin is the family. Okay, they're the ones that are in charge. They have what it is here now. And John Elkin is the one that's going to be the CEO. He's the CEO of Stellantis until they appoint a new one, which might be months later. It says right here, the board plans to announce an official replacement within the next 7 months. Until then, a new interim executive committee will be led by Fiat heir John Elkin, which is at best mixed news for former Chrysler followers. Okay, a lot of people don't care for what he does and how he does. He just doesn't have that much interest in it. We've even heard him say he doesn't have much interest in it. But he's the one that's there right now. Will he see the writing on the wall? Will somebody see that the prices are astronomical and they need to come back down? Okay, well then we also have another effect we'll get to in a minute, but let's take a look at the pricing before we get to this key one, which has to do with the election change that might may be a benefit to this too. But let's look at this first. Ram prices, AI, kicks it in right here. All you do is type in Ram price increases 2019 to 2024. Says right here, the average transaction price for Stellantis brands, including Ram, increased by 50%. That is during the entire 10-year time that he has been here. He came in 2021, I think it was, but we had the pandemic, we had part shortages, we had that stuff, but he single-handedly drove the prices to an astronomical level and destroyed it. And we are suffering from that, and somebody still has not got the clue that we need to bring the prices down. You cannot run it. Ram and Jeep cannot be high-end luxury brands. And until they get that through their head and come back to the reality of being good quality trucks for blue-collar workers and everyday people and sticking with the same thing that Ford, Chevy do and sticking right in there, till they understand that, they're done. They're not going to fix it. Till Jeep realizes that people don't want to buy an off-road vehicle for $60,000, they're not going nowhere. Sales are going nowhere. Hopefully, with this guy gone, and the changes they're making, maybe that'll help. And maybe Elkin will drive in there and fix that as well too. But we know, so Ram price is up 50%. Jeep, right here on Car Edge, love Car Edge. Okay, look at right here. Jeep prices have increased 61% in 5 years. Sales have declined 34% in that same time period. Where is the genius that can't figure this out? Because 2-year-olds understand this math. Okay, they get this math. Why are people not understanding it? Maybe they will. But now back to the whole Kuniskis going in and what's happening here. We also have this just changing and happening here pretty soon. We're like a little over a month away from Trump coming in. And if you just type in what will Trump effects on emissions, what's going to happen here? It says right here. Okay, where is it right here? But all these things, just looking at the taglines, okay? Brooks counts 74 actions to the date that the Trump administration weakened environmental protection. A victory Donald Trump in November presidential election could lead to an additional 4 billion tons of U.S. emissions by 2030 compared to Joe Biden's plans. It's clear that Kamala Harris takes the climate crisis much more seriously than Donald Trump. Goes on and on to everything. Federal climate policies will be put on ice, making it unlikely that the U.S. will meet emissions reduction targets. It just goes on and on. It's the same thing. So what are we hearing here? We're hearing that there's a good possibility that Trump is going to soften up on some of this stuff and maybe not make it so hard for the cars. Could we possibly get V8s back? Most definitely. Could we possibly get a little less restrictions on here and then kind of Trump slap the EPA a little bit and go, you knock it off. You guys are making this too hard. Who knows? We don't know yet, but we'll see. But it's looking like if you read article after article, look right, Trump administration dismantled major climate policies and rolled back many more rules governing Clean Air Act, water, wildlife, and toxic chemical. It just goes on and on. Okay? Your opinion on that is irrelevant. My opinion on that is irrelevant to this topic. What we're talking about here is the fact that with this next 4 years, there's a possibility of some rollback on the emission requirements, possibly. We have Tavares out of here, and hopefully this Elkin understands that the reason they're crushed is because their prices are too high, and he decides to just bam hit the chopping block and bring these back to reality for us. And then on top of that, we got Kuniskis in, and he's a mover and a shaker that makes things happen and has serious power in here, and he is back. People are asking for Morrison to come back, who did a great job with this, and could be. Point being, we don't know what's going on other than the fact right now that Kuniskis is in, Tavares is gone, changes are happening at Stellantis on a pretty serious level and pretty regular level with all the people that have been in and out. You can read all that right here and all the stuff that's happening here and what's going on. This could all be a very, very good thing. Couple that with what's going on here now that Trump's in. Stellantis, Jeep, Ram. Okay, I don't care about the rest of Stellantis. I'm a truck guy. Jeep and Ram's what matters to me. And it looks like for the first time in the last 5 years, Jeep and Ram might just be getting a leg up and headed in the right direction. It very well could move instantly to the #1 spot if they wanted to. They build an incredible vehicle. They build a good variety of vehicles, and they got the most luxurious, highest quality vehicles. People argue that, tell me they're not, but I'm telling you, the quality level of them, if you don't spend any time in these trucks, you have no idea. Okay, they are not the Rams they were 20 years ago, and they are phenomenal. Same with Jeep. Jeep quality, Jeep reliability, Jeep everything today is not what it was 10 years ago. The whole different world. And it's there. And it's got all this potential. Hopefully these changes and Kuniskis coming in and all this stuff happening changes the world for the better in the Stellantis game. So let's see what happens. Put your comments down below. I want to know what you think about all this. Thanks for watching.